No one tells you about menopause brain fog. I just turned 71 this week and my mind is sharper now than it was 10 years ago. Here is what most people do not understand about menopause brain fog. It's not just a morning problem. Your brain is running a hormonal deficit all day long. And by the time dinner rolls around, you've been compensating for that deficit for hours. Tonight we're making my lentil turmeric brain fog soup. Now, let's get a better understanding of what we're dealing with. Menopause brain fog is real. It's biological. It's not in your head. Well, it is in your head, but not in the way people mean when they say it. Estrogen regulates blood flow to your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles memory, focus, and executive function. When estrogen drops during perimenopause and menopause, that blood flow decreases. Your neurons are getting less oxygen, less glucose, less of everything they need to fire clearly. Dinner is not just the last meal of the day. For women in menopause, dinner is your brain's last chance to recover before sleep. And sleep is when your brain literally cleans itself. What you eat at dinner determines how well that process works. Let me explain how resistance training helps with brain fog. When you lift weights, your heart pumps more oxygen-rich blood to the brain. That improved circulation helps sharpen focus, memory, and mental clarity. Like turning the lights back on, resistance training helps with every aspect of menopause health. My name is Synovia. I'm a fitness instructor and a plant-based chef. On this channel, I share plant-based recipes and fitness tips that support menopause health, hormone balance, and strong bones. Stay tuned for the resistance exercises at the end of the video. Let's talk about the importance of turmeric for the brain. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is one of the few dietary compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier, meaning it gets directly into your brain tissue. Once it is there, it does two critical things. First, it suppresses NF-κB. That is the molecule switch that triggers neuroinflammation. When estrogen drops during menopause, NF-κB gets activated more easily. Curcumin turns that switch back down. Second, curcumin stimulates the production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF is essentially fertilizer for your neurons. It supports the growth of new neural connections. Women in menopause show measurably lower BDNF levels. Curcumin helps restore them. But here's the key. Turmeric on its own is not very bioavailable. Your body does not absorb it well. You need to pair it with two things: black pepper, which increases absorption by 2,000%, and a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut milk. These three ingredients unlock the full benefit. I add turmeric to everything, to vegetables, to my soups, to just wherever you can figure out where to add your turmeric, add your turmeric. One last thing. I want to connect something for you. Curcumin's effect on BFKB. That is the same inflammatory pathway that drives menopause belly fat accumulation, brain fog, and belly fat. Same inflammation, same hormonal root, different symptoms. One food addresses both. Keep that in mind. Number 2, dark leafy greens. And I'm talking about spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. The darker, the better. This is not negotiable. Here's the science. Dark leafy greens are the richest dietary source of folate, also called vitamin B9. Folate is critical for a process called methylation. Methylation controls how your genes express themselves, including genes that regulate inflammation in your brain. When methylation is impaired, which happens when folate levels are low, homocysteines build up in your blood. Elevated homocysteines is directly linked to accelerated cognitive decline and increased brain fog in menopausal women. Folate is what keeps homocysteine in check. But there's more. Dark green leafy vegetables are loaded with magnesium, and magnesium is your brain's calming mineral. It regulates DMDA receptors in your neurons, receptors that control learning and memory. Low magnesium means those receptors get overstimulated. Overstimulation, neural fatigue. Neural fatigue feels like brain fog. Number 3, tempeh. Tempeh is a fermented soybean product, and the word fermented is important because fermentation breaks down the soy proteins into a form your body can absorb much more effectively than regular tofu or edamame. The fermentation process also produces B vitamins, directly including B6 and B12 right into your food. Why does this matter for brain fog? B vitamins, specifically B6, B12, and folate, are essential for the production of neurotransmitters: acetylcholine, serotonin, dopamine, your primary memory neurotransmitter. When these B vitamins are low, neurotransmitter production slows down. Your brain chemistry goes flat. That is the cognitive dullness, the mood drop, the inability to concentrate that comes with menopause. And here's the phytoestrogen piece. Tempeh is rich in isoflavones. Isoflavones bind to your estrogen receptors and produce a gentle stabilizing estrogen effect. For women in menopause, this can meaningfully reduce the severity of hormonal brain fog symptoms. All right, family, time to get our exercise in, starting with our shoulders. We're going to be using our resistance band. Take the band, put it underneath your feet. Bring your feet shoulder width apart. Bring your arms shoulder width apart, and I want you to push straight up. Bring the band down to your chest and then back up. You're going to do 3 sets, 10 reps. And this, of course, you're going to do twice a week. So we're going to be doing the same exercise, but only this time we're going to be using our dumbbells. So you're going to do the same movement. You're going to be pressing straight up with your dumbbells. So this is just a variation. If you have your resistance band, use those. If not, use the dumbbells. It doesn't matter. The only thing I want you to focus on is always trying to move up in your weight, because we're trying to get stronger and we're trying to build stronger bones. 3 sets, 10 reps, twice a week. Now we're going to work on our upper back, starting with our dumbbells. I want you to bend at the waist, keep the back flat, and bring the dumbbells straight back, squeezing the shoulder blades when you come up. And you're going to do 3 sets and reps twice a week. All right, family, so we're going to be doing the same exercises, only this time we're going to be using a resistance band. I want you to take the band and put it underneath your feet. Make sure it's secure. Bring your feet shoulder width apart and bring the band straight back. Keep that back flat and squeeze those shoulder blades at the top. 3 sets, 10 reps, twice a week. So there you have it, family. You have a delicious dinner to prepare, and you've got your exercise for the week. Get back with me and let me know how your week went. Eat plants, live well. Peace and blessings.